Hi guys, I'm getting ready. Um, just bear with me as I uh, begin in about 5 seconds. Okay, I am almost done, and I am going to share my screen from right now. Mm, hey guys, welcome to Python learning for challenged code learners. This class is especially designed for the students who feel like they're lagging behind in the sense that they don't learn coding as fast as other people do. And good news to you, we have a class for that. And we don't have to just be slow learners. I recognize that some of us are simply having a different type of learning style, so to speak, with all this information coming on really fast in terms of all these interfaces and all these coding languages, all these representations. Um, uh, we might feel a little bit challenged, but that's no a big issue because many people are born to see those symbols and characters with ease, and many of us are not. But that does not stop us from learning. So that is why I designed this course. Is like because when I was a student, I had I faced challenges too, but I realized that we can actually make a way out of the desert, so to speak. That's a tribute to our university and state. Anyway, today I'm gonna show us how through a case study, so to speak. It is a project uh, uh, in which we're gonna learn about marketing. Um, well, not as like marketing pros, but at least we are gonna be AI engineers helping companies to market. So let's begin. I bought precious time from our public space for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna walk you step by step to show how a challenged learner of coding might be able to keep progressing learning. Okay, let's see what happens. So uh, right at hand is a project I did in the past. It's called Help Their Market. And pseudocode is, I'm just gonna speak it in plain English. Battle plan. What are we gonna do? This is the code name for battle plan. So let me walk you through how I learned. Putting markdown cells directly below, which just means this is a highlight form of information presentation that's different than coding, but within a coding document. Obviously, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, 5 things. The last being use matplotlib or plotly, which are all tools inside the big ecosystem of Python library, so to speak, to help us create images, impressive ones, in a very short time. Obviously, many of them are structured already. You can create bar charts, you can create line graphs, you can create pie charts to visualize campaign performance. After I visualize you guys with this reward up ahead, now let's dig into the work. The first work is to load sample data for impressions, clicks, conversions, and budget across various marketing channels, such as social media, email, SEO, etc. Um, it's always helpful to load sample data for both the readers and the inventors. Uh, Pay attention to impressions. Oh, that's what happens when you double click. They kind of jump back into the um, coding. Um, but you keep click again, they would reappear. By the way, I'm using Google Colab, which is a online platform to share about everything that's related to coding and documents for people to collaborate. So it's a very nice tool. And it's recommended by my mentor and teacher, and I recommend highly to you guys back. Okay. Sorry. Like I said, me as a teacher, I am learning to load sample data from impressions. Finally, talking about marketing, impressions is the marketing term for when you have to see something. You here refers to the customer. So impression just means think of it in terms of encounter. Okay, how you encounter something is called a impression. They count the times you encounter. It means at least this piece of ad is actually registered in the regular Joe or in the skateboarder town or in the or in the I don't know swimmer um Charles the customer. Their eyes meet it, and we count that as an impression upon his conscious about our ad. So that's called impression, which is the outerst, or if you think most outer layer of our campaign. And this gets you at least in people's minds and eyes, but it doesn't do anything consequently. If you want to get any results in terms of marketing effect, you have to figure out ways to get customers onto clicks. If they're if they're on smartphone, you want them to use their fingers to clicking. You have the laptop. If they're on laptop, you want them to use clicks to get into the ad on the web. And then we have conversions. Okay, what is conversions? That's very easy. Conversions, um, think about the original English word for conversion. Okay, I'm going too far, but hey, I already told you my course is about deciphering all the jargons for the human learners here. So conversion just means convert. If you think the original meaning is you convert somebody into your own belief, faith, or religion. It means to have somebody have somebody that's essentially cannot be counted as a Christian, Muslim, or whatever, into somebody, another head, another man, another one that can be called a Christian or Muslim or whatever. But here it's not that holy and it's not that difficult. So we're dealing with some, our marketing is dealing with some issues that's way easier than religious conversion. This conversion simply means if you could convert this whole customers exploration into a transactional into the transactional phase in which the customer go on to buy, order, pay, and have it shipped, which would be the final profit, which would lead to the final profit making. So that's what we call conversion in marketing. And budget, it just means the firm company's budget, and we'll see down the road. We're the coding, you guys as the coding engineers, the task of yours is to simply help the CEO of this certain company to budget their marketing money wisely, so to speak. Okay, I'm sure I've bored you, but I think for human learners, it's important to get straight about get upfront, get straight up about concepts upfront. That lays a very good foundation in our next step learnings. Here's a mathematical definition: conversion rate, conversions over clicks, cost per conversion, budget over conversions. So like however you spend in the entirety of the marketing campaign over conversions, basically conversion counts is how much you have to get, yeah, how much does it cost you get in each conversion. Well, here's a very minor economic issue I want to return to. I want to actually pay attention to. It's like many students would go on to me to ask, oh, if I spend $10 on 10 people and then the 9 people do not ended up buying anything at all, no conversion at all, I only converted one. So my cost for per conversion is basically $10 for one conversion, but the $9 are wasted. How do you guys think about this issue? In a sense, the student is raising objection that I actually spent only $1 on a real conversion customer, but I wasted $9. Should I still count the conversion cost as $10 or only $1? The correct answer is $10. The cost is spent. The money is indeed spent. Whether they are spent on this true one customer, so to speak, or it is spent on all customers who ended up buying or not buying, but it leads to the final conversion. The philosophical term is that without blindly investing in those 9, 10 customers, including those 9 non-buying customers, you somehow won't reap the final true customer who buys. It is, in other words, it is inevitable to spend. So it is filtered in, it is counted as the cost per conversion. So click-through rate, it just means click over impressions. This is even, you can see this is an even more outer layer than the conversion over clicks. So clicks over impressions measures how impressive your ad is. Well, whereas the conversion rate measures how effective your shopping cart / checking out process is. If you have cranky shopping carts and you have lousy checking out process, even after people click, they wouldn't convert real into sales. So that's on, I think that's on the user experience team for not being able to optimize the checking out experience and similar experiences. So the CEO is asking you guys to group the data by marketing channels to summarize total impressions, clicks, conversion, and budget. By this in computer language just mean by marketing channel, group the impressions, clicks, conversions. Remember again, these are the from outer to inner layer. These are the 3 stages and measures of effectiveness of your marketing campaign. And budget. How much money was denoted to them. Short campaigns by metrics to determine the most, at least, effective marketing campaigns. Obviously, you guys can already know the key metrics just means what we just talked about, which is cost per conversion here. Use conditional logic to flag campaigns that perform below specific thresholds, such as high cost conversion. We will discover algorithm to presented them out as if we're singling them out. So like a warning. Okay, sample data correction. This is very easily to be to do um, when you want to just manually create some data or ask any social chat bots to do it for you. So obviously in the beginning we have laid the foundation by import libraries and give them names such as import patterns at PD and import numpy at NP. Therefore, in the future, when we are trying to use these libraries, we're gonna be spending less time on clicking the keyboard. Sample data is easily defined with that with this sign. Which I, growing up, was not familiar with at all. Growing up in a non-Western country, I wasn't except in math classes, I do not feel any intimacy with this kind of occurrences. But anytime you want to have a raw data put in, you can always put this in. It's a very mechanical feeling a symbol. Okay, so sorry, rewind. I'm talking about this symbol in case you got distracted. Just follow my cursor. We have campaign, we have impression, we have clicks, we have conversions, we have budget, which are now columns instead of rows. Be very clear. So think about now we're kind of rotating the table in our code from the original visual version into like horizontal inputs. And then the next thing you do is for every column you use the less complicated parentheses like this, like the one we're seeing right now. And then the rest is just input data divided by comma for each data point. Obviously, it's very easy for those numerical ones, but remember for any string ones, you want the obviously you want the quotation marks around them. In Python, it's okay to use either single quotation mark or double quotation mark, but just remember to stick to it. The reason of which I do not have time to actually go through today. Uh, uh, I just need to I just have to tell you that if you use a single quotation mark in the beginning and a double quotation mark in the end, or any kind of mixture between those two, it's gonna cause trouble. We don't want to even think about those consequences, not because they're grave. It's just because we don't have time for minor mistakes to ruin our big project, which is true in life. Okay. Okay, after we create data samples, we now define a data frame, give it a name called DF. Just don't kind of be confused by all the name. It's just a reference. I think a lot of coders were good at putting temporary names, whereas people who take words seriously would really have their mind clogged whenever they say what is this? DF, PD, data frame, data. What is that? Well, data was passed into the data frame function of the Python of the pandas library. And the result is passed into a entity called temporarily called DF, so to speak. But I guess in the future we will be in all your liberty to call it anything else like help the CEO project or marketing emergency or project marketing up or um, uh, or project level up customers company. to make it more intuitive. Okay, so we got another layer of technical mystery down for humans. Okay, let's roll on all your human code learners. Did you see? Did you see when you hit DF, they would present it in the most intuitive column form. This is the roll number from 0 to 6. This is a campaign, impression, clicks, conversion, budget. Over here, why don't we spend a little time just to get it down to our spirit, what we're actually doing. We have social media platforms such as the big four, including Instagram nowadays and TikTok. During this entire campaign, they had 10,000 impressions. Like 10,000 people saw it. That's impressive. That's not bad. That's impressive. For social media, I think the number is even small. Too small for them. In reality, they would go up. But however, as many as those people saw it, there are only 150 people actually click through to agree to a further information, of which even less, like less than 1 in 10 actually thought about buying. I guess only crazy people like me would buy those things on social media because these marketings are really flat. Appears to me to be fishy. But when I was a younger person, I was crazy enough to actually buy them. The company obviously only give this as much as you would think. The company only gives them 500, which is about the second or third lowest budget on social media. We'll see the reason why. The email channel reaches a population that's in between the old times and the Gen Z. They are not super old-fashioned that would only do mail for everything, but they're not too old-fashioned to reject the internet. So they use email. Obviously, we can see right over here, impression is not too bad, 150,000, 15,000. And note that the clicks is real good actually in this time. We have not such a high impressions with a very high portion of clicks. 250, which is the highest in the entire data set. And the conversion rate is not bad, frankly, either. It's the second best. And conversion rate it's at 15. So one person in every 1,000 person would actually end up contributing to the things. And notice, very interestingly, the budget is actually higher than social media. That means the company has more faith in this group of people. Yeah, as evidenced by the high click number, very high click number, I would argue, very high click number, very high, very high. And also these clicks, even though they do not end up converting, it's well within possibility that the rest of them would come back later because emails stay in people's inbox for a long time. SEO is search engine optimization. This kind of tool does get the most impressions just because their channel specific characteristics. However, with 220,000 people, only 300 doing the clicks when it's very easy to click, that gives us some information about the impatience of people nowadays. People would not love to click on some side project as they search for their work or just matters. And conversion stands at 25. The budget of the company actually do give it a big budget. Obviously, the CEO has more faith in. So I can go on, but this is how you can explain, you can read detailedly about any project that you are actually working on. By the way, the conversion rate 25 over 2,000, 20,000, the conversion rate is also high for SEO, showing the strength of this new kind of this kind of marketing form. But the thing is, again, this doesn't stay. As opposed to email, it's a one-time off deal. I think SEOs are nowadays used less and less with the future coming storm of Gen AIs entering each people's household. SEO is just gonna see this kind of the effectiveness both in terms of clicks to conversion and from impressions to clicks, I think are going down for SEO. Okay, after I talk to you this much about the marketing expertise from the marketing expertise of mine, let's continue because we want to cover more knowledge. You can do the same kind of analysis on 3 to 6 respectively display ads. And it's a Western thing. Feel free to dig into deeper. And affiliate marketing. So you print on the ASU bus that Grandma's Chicken is opening down the road because Grandma has been an ASU alumni and the sponsor and donor. Maybe that's what affiliate marketing is. TV and radio, well, it can really reach to old-fashioned people like me. SMS, so messaging, messaging is nowadays complicated by a lot of campaign ads and spam text. It's not going to be very clean if you want to have a clean kill on that field. We scroll down, code for calculating key metrics. Okay, from this view, the first thing I encourage you to notice is the pound sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It seems that they appear on top of every block of code in the beginning. It's a very, very important, even though non-necessary part of the code, because it doesn't deal with the machine, it deals with people, whether it's your future self or your colleagues or peers or your future readers or fans of you after you became like the next Mark Zuckerberg. They want to see how you wrote code when you first start out and how you explain your code. It's just a mission statement for every line. Conversion rate, I define conversion rate. Cost per conversion, I define cost per conversion. Click-through rate, I define click-through rate. Summarizing data by channel, I summarize my data by channel. Basically, I calculate the sums, 合计. Sorting campaigns based on conversion rate and cost per. Sorting campaigns based on conversion rate and cost per conversion. I do list like Amazon list all my crockpot candidates. I list all these campaigns based on the conversion rate from low to high or from high to low. I list their cost. Print. I declare, I give out the word something. Print, I give out the word something. We'll see later. Print. Flagged low performing campaigns. I gave the word, I gave the CEO the warning about which one is lagging behind. All right. So this first line you see DF. Okay, sorry, water break. The DF was what we have already defined, which is the data frame that we're using, and now it contains all the data in it already. With with another for element in the parenthesis, we are now able to utilize the DF data frame of the pandas library. So a lot came in. CTR, uh, percentage sign inside a uh, quotation mark equals to DF equals to DF clicks, which is um, which is the clicks which is in the original data table. For all these clicks, we want them to be divided by DF impressions and minus 100. So is the things for the three. And then we're able to sum them up by a channel summary, uh, channel summary, uh, the value of which was passed in by DF function dot group by campaign df dot group by df dot group by df dot group by. Now we can pass in a real value, a real column there, and then we hit dot, and then we hit AGG uh, uh, open parentheses. Inside there, be sure to sum in the structure of your data, which is impressions, some clicks, some budget, some conversion rate, mean, cost per conversion, mean, CTR, which is the click-through rate, percentage sign, mean, and closing off the data structure parentheses as well as the uh, 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 natural parentheses. Now this complete our function. But after that, you have to say dot reset index parentheses sign. This is just a standard coding syntax. Okay, this is the first part. It does after definition is sums. Then again, we will be doing sorting campaigns, which again involves defining new variables such as cod, top campaigns. It's generated by df dot sort values open parentheses by equals parentheses a big parentheses conversion rate. This just says it is included in this is included in the previous code. Whenever you see the big parentheses, sorry, the middle parentheses, and then ascending false is telling us the order. Then close parentheses dot hat open parentheses 3 close parentheses. Means only the top 3 would be determined. Work on the low campaigns yourself, please. So now we get to the real fun part where we get to display our work. Print top campaigns based on conversion rate, comma, conversion rate, and then print, parentheses open, top campaigns. print top campaigns, which are just plain words, but it actually represents, without parentheses, it does represent the variables we already calculated. And then we have n and n, which means does not work. Okay. We do that second thing again. Then we flag a low performance equals to df. This structure we now create, which is new, big structure, and the middle structure is df, which is talking about an included variable called conversion rate is less than 2. This would give us a true or false value, which make the df decide whether to print the result or not, which is the same on the second part. Then have them partitioned by this side, just give another layer of logic input in order for the output to be for what we desire. In this case, we are now able to actually use the DF to filter out a result that is cost is not effective in conversion. Either it's too costly, basically to speak. So finally, we were able to print flag low performing campaigns, print low performers. All right, here would be be the computer's output, not our output. Notice it's very mechanic because it's a computer and algorithm. Okay, I'm just gonna give you 1 minute, sorry, 10 seconds or 3 seconds to look at it. Notice that in the very last column, we have conversion rate and cost per conversion from 1 to 6, which is kind of and being in goal. The cost, some are really high, some are really low. But whether it's high or low, we want to know whether it's effective or not. We can see the conversion rate. Some conversion rate are really high, but it requires the most cost. If you want a high conversion rate with a low conversion cost, unfortunately, it usually does not exist that much well. Presentation of results. Now we are using this part. We're gonna skip today, but you can see it's all very easy. The important thing is remember to import the library as PLT, then you can figure it out. It has five fixed size you can manipulate, as well as the color, and the input, and the title, X label, Y label, and X text, as well as show. And that's just the trigger pulling command. Conversion rate by campaigns. These two unfamiliar ones, the most effective. Cost per conversion by campaign. TV and radio are really high cost because all the things that goes into the production on a TV and a radio, they use real human voice. And the lowest, so to speak, is the most in economics, the cheapest form of signaling is what people, what the idiom suggests. SMS, words are cheap. You just type in a campaign message to smear one of the local candidates. So this is our today's class. Sorry that I totally go too long, but I hope I really helped even one challenged code learners. That would be well worth my time today. All right. Thank you guys.